What's good, y'all boys, and welcome back to the Civil Sports channel, ladies and gentlemen. So I had made a video a couple of days ago, and I hadn't uploaded it yet about this Wade concept in a KSI situation. I wasn't able to upload at the time because I had computer issues. I finally had figured them out and stuff like that, so I'm able to back upload again and stuff like that. I'll probably give you like a synopsis of what I said and stuff like that. It's probably gonna be a little bit what I said next. I have watched this video before, but I want to get my full thoughts for you guys while reacting to this video and stuff like that. So because this situation is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, JJ, the chink in his armor has been it's been touched with this right here. It really has. And I know KSI is supposed to be making a Reddit video about this and stuff like that. I might react to that on this channel as well, but this situation is wow. It low-key scares you because, you know, I'm a guy, you know what I'm saying, I'm coming up, you feel me, trying to do this, you know, react to talk about boxing, stuff like that, and other things, stuff like that. And, you know, eventually, you know, I would like to get into these endeavors with different things and stuff like that, you know. But something like this happening out of nowhere is like, bruh. So hey, we're gonna check this video out. We're gonna listen to Wade's side and stuff like that. I've seen the video. I think he plays the video in here of what KSI said and stuff like that, and all the tweets and everything and stuff like that. So let's get it, man. Let go.
As you guys probably already know, I am making this video to respond to my character being called into question.
I'm moving to the side,
as
actually.
A person and a professional by two individuals, Mams Taylor and KSI.
And I'm gonna let you guys know right now, Mams is probably more of the issue than KSI to anything. Mams Taylor is the issue.
And
he is the issue.
As you guys probably already know, this all, at least from what you guys think, stemmed from a video I did called KSI versus Jake Paul is not happening. And in that video, I said, even though I previously had thought different, I wasn't so sure that KSI and Jake Paul would pull better pay-per-view numbers than Jake Paul and Tommy Fury.
I don't agree with that. I'm gonna be honest with you, Wade. You was bugging with this take right here. This take right here is wild. But at the end of the day, it's his take, it's his opinion. So for KSI to wild out like he did on Twitter just makes no sense whatsoever. You feel me? Makes no sense.
Now, we're gonna get into all of that in a second, but that was the tipping point for everything that came my way. All of, like I said, the personal attacks. KSI saying I was two-faced, that I was playing both sides, and even going as far as to saying, fuck everything you stand for.
That's...
You two-faced word I can't say here. Man,
that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Mams Taylor publicly in front of everyone in a Twitter space and now everyone in the influencer boxing scene, just like all of this was done, publicly in front of everyone, told me to go have fun on Kingpin, effectively firing me from Misfits.
Who else has built that fight like this? Look at my channel.
No.
Who has built that fight more?
Anyway, have fun on Kingpin, Wade.
Now, since then, KSI and Mams Taylor.
Imagine getting fired in the public eye, bro. That's crazy. In the public eye, you get fired? That's boy.
They have apologized for their tone, the outlash, the way in which they went about things, but the apologies themselves don't make up for the words that were said to me. The attacks on my character, personally and professionally, saying that I am one way behind the scenes and one way on camera. I can promise you guys it's not the truth. I'm going to prove it to every one of you guys that supported me right now. So KSI made a video, or was a part of a video on Side Plus, and he addressed the situation.
I saw this and I'm like, he basically just wiped away his entire apology. Like, it's like he really didn't even apologize. I was like, JJ, like bruv, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this makes you look like almost like Jake Paul in a way, where it's just like this narcissistic person that like you don't want anyone to have an opinion. Like, bruv, like what? This listen to this is crazy.
And by doing so, showed me that not only is this apology that was tweeted at this almost exact same time Mams Taylor tweeted it, and I know exactly why, starting to ring hollow, but that he's not even trying to hide the fact that they're lying.
Wade is obviously allowed to have his opinion on anything. He can, it's a free society. You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want. That's cool. But I'm okay. I'm allowed to hate on it as well. I'm allowed to.
He says, I'm allowed to have my opinion on anything, but he's allowed to hate on it as well. And I know he's misspeaking there, and he means he's allowed to have his own opinion. And he's right. I've never told KSI he can't have his own opinion on the things that I say or anybody else says, because why would I do that?
Yep.
Of course he can have his own opinion, just like I can have mine. But only one of us got upset about that, and it wasn't me.
The reason
I can relate to this in so many ways with dealing with other bigger YouTubers and stuff like that try to say stuff to you, and they're the ones that take it over the top. They're the ones that take it over the top, bro, for no reason.
why I was like, he's two-faced is because behind.
Hear him again, call me two-faced. So
And the reason why I'm saying that is because this is not my main channel. I have a main channel that I do IU reactions on and stuff like this. Is kind of like my second channel, you feel me? So that's why I'm saying that. Even though this is a reaction right here, but it's sports related.
Did the apology really mean anything?
So that's why it's
if you continue to say things that aren't true, and maybe JJ just doesn't know that it's not true. But to call me two-faced again shows me that the things you apologize for weren't the words you said, it was how you said it.
Behind the scenes, he's there like, this tag team idea, brilliant, I love it. And then online, he's there like, not sure about this, don't think this is a good idea, this, da. I'm like, bro.
I think, because based on things that later come on in this video, I believe Mams Taylor told KSI that he thinks that Wade Concept is hitting on it with the stuff that he texted him about, or that he loved it and stuff like that, based on text messages that he got from Mams Taylor. Because Wade, from you guys seeing this video, Mams and Wade had direct contact with each other. You're gonna see more and more throughout this video. Mams Taylor is more of the issue to me than KSI. KSI is still an issue, but Mams Taylor gotta go. He gotta go, bruh. I'm not going.
One minute you're saying you like it to me in private, and publicly you're saying what the public want to hear. So
none of this is true. I can't believe JJ just flat out said that to the sidemen. And by the way, the sidemen themselves are getting this information from JJ, but I genuinely like those guys. Toby, Ethan, Josh, I like those guys. I've only met them a couple times, and to be honest, I liked JJ, and I still want to like JJ, but I don't know if he's confused or if he's just flat out lying here, but none of this has happened. What I said about tag team boxing on camera is the same thing that I said behind the scenes, and I can show you guys on screen now that I have the receipts to prove it. January 28th was my tweet about tag team boxing, where I said, and I think a quote tweet of Fred's, that I needed to...
In these situations, you gotta have receipts, bro. You gotta have them. Because, Lord...
to see it.
You gotta
have on the surface
them,
of it, I didn't like it.
God,
because
you gotta
as a combat sports commentator, I have seen things tried, like multiple man fights in MMA where guys get absolutely battered with their head turns and caved in. So of course I was concerned when I heard tag team boxing, because this is already a niche in the sport of boxing that a lot of guys that don't box are coming into, or learning how to box, and then on top of that, on a couple of weeks notice, are going to learn how to tag team box, guys with no experience. In fact, when the tweet went live, B. Dave said he didn't even know what the rule set was.
But how does a tag team boxing match actually run? What are the rules like?
Well, Mams hasn't completely explained everything to me, but I was down.
That's crazy. You accept a tag team boxing match and you don't know how the rules are, you don't know how anything. That's wild. Bruh, that's wild. This man didn't even know what he was getting himself into. He had no clue, and he accepted. That's crazy.
Because I really want to fight Stromedy, and
That's
I think
crazy.
that me and Pineda joining forces
He basically
would be
said
sick
he
to be like
was
a
going to fight
father and son
Stromedy,
boxing
who
match.
ended up not even fighting because I believe they pulled out of the fight.
You know?
How long does the rounds last, and how many rounds are there?
I don't know.
Come on, dog.
I have no idea.
Like what?
Oh, okay. Well,
These were things I was concerned about, the rule set, the health and safety of the fighters. Were we going to take it seriously? Because if we didn't, someone's going to get hurt. I only have two ways of contact with KSI. One is when we see each other in person, and two is through Twitter DM, which we're going to get into in a second. But the last time that I DM'd KSI up to that point was October 14th. And also, in person, the last time I had spoken to KSI was January 14th, 2 weeks before rumors started to circulate about tag team boxing. And then the announcement was made on the 30th, and as soon as I saw it was real, I saw they were actually doing this, I sent a text to Mams Taylor. Hey Mams, just wanted to let you know I'm recording a video on this tag team idea. I'm going to be honest with the people. Just my opinion, but I don't like it. And I go into why, but that's all. And then Mams Taylor says, you never mentioned that to me when we spoke about it, and maybe I could tell you more about it before you do that. I guess he meant to say, so you have the full picture. Mams Taylor and I never spoke about tag team boxing, and I never once told Mams Taylor it was a brilliant idea that I loved, which is why I said in my reply, we never spoke about it. We spoke about a pro tournament that you had planned. All I heard of this was rumor until today. I'd gladly hear more about it for sure. Just doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Then he said, okay, we'll talk before you post so you get the full picture. So yes, I was open to hearing more about tag team boxing, and we did sit down and talk that night, and that was the very same night that I recorded the Breakdown podcast with Sensei and had these things to say about tag team boxing.
The reason you have to tag out is because imagine someone is faking like they're going to go tag, right? Like they step into that circle, they turn, boom, throw the right hand over, you know? You could get some like safety issues could be a real thing here. This is why this, like, again, I told everybody involved, I need to see this before
Which is why the WWE is staged, because if they actually knew that the hits weren't coming, boy.
really make a judgment on it.
So no, I didn't hate tag team boxing. I didn't like the idea of it because of the health and safety involved with the fighters. I never said I loved the idea behind the scenes. I said that I wasn't quite sure about it and it didn't make sense to me and I needed to see it. And I know I'm taking the long way around here, but I just want to make sure you guys fully understand how wrong this is what they are saying. Again, this whole time, I had not spoken to KSI about it once. I'm in Philadelphia and Mams Taylor hits me with the actual seeing of what tag team boxing looked like.
I actually didn't watch this video that he
sent me.
The tag team, because he posted a video. I actually did not watch this video.
You guys have now seen live of Derek Chisora, Idris Virgo, and others training the tag team boxing. And once I watched it and saw how smooth and how it looked like it could be better protected, I said, wow, this looks smoother than I thought and can work with the right rules defined. Then I doubled down on the newfound understanding I had of that video after I saw it on the 13th with a public video on the 19th, once again proving the things I say in private, I absolutely say in public. All right, there's the tag. Referee steps in and they reset. Pretty smooth transition. I'm not mad at that at all. The guy's working here, working. Goes southpaw, boom, boom. And he goes into his corner, and a referee immediately steps in. So again, I assume, and there's another back slap tag. God dang it. We're going to be pro wrestling. Let's just at least follow that rule set. The variety that you get with Misfits is something I think is pretty dope. It isn't just one steady thing. There's a lot of different things you can latch onto and say, that's why I watch Misfits. That is why I watch influencer boxing. I'm not too mad at that. I just want to make sure it's done right. Where I complimented the idea of tag team boxing because now I had seen it and I was showing people how it could possibly operate if done safely. So KSI, you flat out lied here. And I can't believe you have because you had no reason to. JJ, you either lied or you're getting your information from people you may want to start to look a little closer at, because I don't know what you're saying here, but
Mams Taylor gotta go, bro. That he gotta go, bro. He can't. He's got. Jay's got to find a new business partner. He's got to find a new business partner. He can't. That brother cannot continue to be on Misfits. I'm sorry. If KSI wants Misfits to continue, he's gotta get rid of him. He's gotta get rid of him. He is not good for business. I guarantee you, it's him that he got the information from, and that's why KSI has these thoughts in his head that he thinks what it is. You gotta get rid of him, bro. You gotta get rid of him.
It's flat out untrue.
And then online, he's there like, not sure about this. Don't think this is a good idea. Da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you 1 minute you're saying you like it to me in private, and publicly you're saying what the public want to hear. So with Wade, he just wants to constantly
be on everyone's good side.
Another person you need to look out for is Keemstar. That brother, holy. Keemstar is a guy in this. He is a guy that is very, 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 very jealous of this man right here. and it is like it's on for sale. Like it is. He is not even hiding it. It is crazy.
Sorry,
it is crazy.
Yeah, he's got to play the game. That is his.
So no, I don't just want to be on everyone's good side. I don't just say what the public wants to hear. JJ, you should know better than anyone that I don't do that. When the first time we met, I made sure on the record, right in front of you, when Alex Wasabi pulled out of that fight, while I was in Clapham, and I got all the news, and I came to you, and I already knew.
And, you know, with the concussion thing, he really, like I said, it was diagnosed he had a concussion. He had a concussion. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, feel me? You know, but, you know, when you looked at Alex Wasabi, you know, people didn't really care for him in that light anyway, especially if he beat Deji and stuff like that. So, you know, he never liked him. So KSI was going to clown him regardless. You feel me? Stuff. But the brother did have a real concussion. He admitted they did have a real concussion.
The right information. And to you, just like I had on Twitter when people attacked me for saying Alex Wasabi had a factual concussion and could not fight on 2 to 3 weeks notice and should not fight with a recent concussion.
Especially watching the NFL, you've seen the stuff with Tua and stuff like that. Tua, like that should give you an idea.
On 2 to 3 weeks notice. I said the same thing to you in front of you in our interview.
I think Swarms is a better fighter than Alex Wasabi.
Really?
Yes, because at least he can get into the
Tua
ring.
Tagovailoa with the Miami Dolphins. Look up the history of what's happened with him and stuff like that. He playing football. Just look that up.
Yeah. Wait, what about Alex? Where's Alex?
Yeah,
couldn't even make it into the ring. So
listen, you know, obviously Alex is got the concussion issues. We want to make sure that we are sensitive to that.
I mean,
it is what it is, right? We move on.
I mean, Jake Paul's clowning on him.
I did see that.
Jay Paul's clowning on Alex, even though that's his guy.
It's his representative. I don't know what happened there.
I don't know.
He's got to play the game. That is his job role and his whole thing.
But I guess obviously that's going to rub me the wrong way.
Of course, but the public don't have that full story, so they're seeing him put out this little clip, and then they're seeing you bug out over this little clip, and they're thinking this is a massive overreaction.
I did bug out,
but even Toby is confused as to what it is that I do as a journalist. I don't play both sides. I am unbiased, and I'm not directing this at Toby, but it's just the wordage being used. There's a difference between playing both sides and saying what people want to hear and being unbiased to both sides to make sure that I don't lean one way or another. And that's what I do. Because there is no side to me. There is no KSI side. There is no Jake side. There is the Joe Rogan rule or the commentary rule, which is you see what you say, and that's exactly what I do. So JJ, if I didn't speak to you online since October before February 22nd, and I didn't speak to you in person since January 14th. And in person, if we talked on Fight Week, there was only one opportunity to do that, and that was when our face-to-face was about to be set up, and I had no idea about tag team boxing at that moment. When was it that we talked about it in person?
Mams Taylor. Mams Taylor. I don't know, KSI might have misspoke right there when he said that and stuff like that, but it's him. Bro, I can read it from a mile away, bro. I can read it.
Enlighten me, please.
I can read it, bro.
This is so silly that I even have to say this, but another reason I was in hot water or things were an issue or I was pissing people off behind the scenes was because I had an energy drink that I dared to say was scientifically better than Prime.
I had no idea he was doing this. I had no idea that he had an energy drink. I had no idea. And then what he's gonna say speaks volumes to how he didn't try to trash on Prime. Hell, I have Prime bottles here in the background. Like I have them. Like I like the drink and stuff like that. But like, what the hell?
I was asked on Twitter for my honest opinion about my drink, one that I have partnered with and am invested in, and believe in the product for, that doesn't contain any caffeine, that doesn't contain any sugar. I spoke honestly when someone said, "Is it better than Prime?" I said, in my opinion, yes. But I also, in that same tweet thread, responding to someone else that had said, "Oh, Wade, you're coming for Prime," I said, they're in their lane, I'm in mine. Because my drink is an alternative to people that don't necessarily want to go down the road of caffeinated drinks, but still want to have an energy boost. That's the reason I drink it. I have central nervous system problems.
I think also they might, with this part right here, they might view you as competition now because you're in the YouTube space making an energy drink and they see that you're on the come up, and so they kind of view you as competition now. they're low-key a little bit scared of what you could potentially do with your energy drink as well. I think that's also part of the reason why as well. So this is more business than anything. So I could see why they could be mad about this, but he wasn't flamboyant about promoting it and saying put it out in front of their face that, hey, my drink's better than Prime, don't drink Prime, don't do this and stuff. Like he never said those kind of things. He never out in the open said those kind of things. But I'm telling you, as a business, they view you as competition. That's how they view you.
Problems that I'm still going through. It's why I'm in fucking Wales. And this drink offers me that alternative. And I was speaking on my own platform. I never brought that onto Misfits platforms. I never brought that onto DAZN platform. I never came out and said, hey, look at Update, how much better it is than Prime. I've never done that. And people behind the scenes at Misfits still got upset at me for it. But the last big thing, and I guess this is where we'll end off, that was a big deal behind the scenes that came into the public. And again, just me being transparent, since these things are public now. You guys heard Mams Taylor.
Who else has built that fight like this? Look at my channel. Who has built that fight more?
Anyway, have fun on Kingpin, Wade.
I was offered to commentate Kingpin's tournament, and I turned that offer down multiple times because just like I told Kingpin and just like I told Mams, I wanted to help build Misfits and DAZN together. I wanted to help build the influencer boxing scene, and I saw Misfits.
So you got rid of a dude that wanted to be loyal to your program and help build. Wow.
And DAZN as the best way to do that. And after weeks and weeks of getting this offer from Kingpin and turning it down, and actually when they asked me who would be a better fit if it wasn't me, pointing to my brother and saying FaZe Sensei, because people have not put the respect on his name for being one of the best in our scene at what he does. Not only breaking down fights, but showing real life application of who has advantages because he does this. He got that opportunity, and when I tell you, I'm so happy for Isaiah. Like, he deserves that. He's going to show you guys exactly why. That was fine. But the offer came in again to work.
He's got a black name. What the hell?
Side Sensei, and I went to Mams Taylor as recently as this week with that offer because no, I'm not under contract with Misfits. I'm not even under long-term contract with DAZN, but I was trying to build and I was trying to establish that long-term deal by telling Mams Taylor I want to be involved long-term with Misfits and DAZN. I want to help build this scene, but I can't do this thing back and forth where I'm in purgatory and there's this deal on the table. I'm bringing it to you to say, I don't want to go do this. And again, it was the same answer, the purgatory thing, where they didn't know if they wanted to work long term, and I was pissing people off behind the scenes, and he'd talk to people, and to this day, I never got that answer, but I don't think I was ever going to get it. But that's...
I wonder if they're going to try to beg True Jordy to come back now. I wonder. After the whole thing and stuff like that, he's been very quiet for a while, you feel me? I wonder if they're gonna bring True Jordy back into the space. I'm curious about that. Well, let me know what y'all think.
How Mams Taylor had the ammo to use that against me, and it is what it is. I guess
definitely they're gonna bring
something that was private made public. And again, if we're talking about people being two-faced, wasn't me that did that. So yeah, that's kind of it. I'm really just disappointed I had to make this video, honestly, because I'm older than JJ is, not by a lot, but I looked up to the guy. I did. And I believed him when he spoke. And to a degree, I still kind of do. But
now I'm younger than JJ though, so, but you know.
Things got personal with me. If you guys hadn't been around when he dropped all those messages on me, if you guys hadn't come to support me on Twitter, on YouTube, on Reddit, which I saw, they would have buried me. And I don't know if I would have gotten an apology from KSI or Mams. But what I do know is this channel's not going anywhere. We, as a community, the Wade Concept community, the breakdown, I'm just going to keep covering the influencer boxing scene. Even if I'm not working these events, I'll be there doing everything that we already do, creating new ways to bring you guys interesting content that you like. And I'll always remain me, on camera and off. I'll tell you this, we're not going anywhere on this channel. And every single one of you that supported me, I appreciate you. I love you, and I got some things planned. What do I mean? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, man. Hey, that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen, for us checking out this video about Wade. Yeah, like I said, man, KSI's got to get rid of Mams Taylor. He's got to get rid of him. He's got to find a new man. He's got to find a new guy. I don't know if he's gonna wait till after his next upcoming fight and stuff like that, but he's got to get rid of it. He is not good for business at all. Because I'm willing to bet you that it's him that gave KSI that information about Wade and stuff like that, and that has just that's ruined everything. Because now everyone looks at JJ as a narcissistic dude, a dude that just doesn't allow people to have their opinion and get mad at him and stuff like that. So yeah, he got to get rid of him, bro. He got to get rid of him. And try your best. I don't know if you can to try to get Wade Concept back for it and stuff like that. I think I saw him on Twitter saying he's willing to do the KSI and Jake fight, commentate that fight and stuff like that. So yeah, JJ, you got a lot of looking in the mirror, because I know that I've seen some of the Reddit. He says he's making a Reddit video. He's getting eaten alive on there, bro. He's getting eaten alive. He gonna see that Reddit and could be like, damn. So I'm curious when he dropped that video. I really am. If he's gonna drop the video, I'm curious if that video is gonna come out. I'm very, very curious. But y'all let me know how you guys feel about it down below in the comments.
What's a day without you in it? Hop in the whip and I gotta get you in it. Ain't no me if it ain't no you with it. Anything I'm on, I know that you with it. Celebrate you and my